Hey everybody, it's Audrey here, and I'm going to be telling you the story about how I lost this tooth. And my shoulder, I had a sling. I explained that 2 videos ago, and so it still hurts, so I just have this ice on it, so I'm not going to be making any movements with this hand. I'm just going to be like this. Okay, so first it happened when I was like 5 or 6, probably 6. I was finished with 1st grade, going into 2nd grade, and I decided to ride my bike. It was around 6 p.m., so I was kind of tired, and if I could go back in time, I would definitely not do that. I would tell myself, no, I'm tired, I'm going to go back. And so my dad, he had been watching me because I had been showing him my cool new trick about, like, we have the sidewalk and then, like, the driveway. I would go down the driveway with my bike, go there, and then go there. And what had happened was, I've told so many friends that I tried to go this way, but my bike went that way. That's not what happened. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Sorry. The truck. And so that's not what happened. You want to know what really happened? Balance. And so, thankfully, my mom was is a nurse. She had been teaching for about like 4 years then. Not 4, 14 years then. 14, 15, maybe even just 13. And so she always made me wear a helmet. So everybody out there that bikes, always wear your helmet, because if this were to happen to you, you could crack your head open and die. And I don't want one less subscriber. Just kidding. I really care that nobody dies. But, I've been wearing my helmet. I was, like, riding along in my bike, just, like, and then, like, I turned, but I had been putting when I had turned, I was kind of tired, so I accidentally put a lot of weight onto, like, without knowing, I had put a lot of weight onto, like, the front, so I had, like, leaned forward, and my bike did not like that at all. And so, I'm sorry. And so, my bike just, like, tipped over, and I fell face first onto the concrete. And this tooth was already an adult at the time. That's why this tooth is crooked and stuff, but I'll explain that later. And so, when I hit the ground, since I had been like, ah! But then, it was only like, boom, like, ride, turn, boom. And so, it was a sidewalk. Even looking back at the place, it's covered with snow right now. Stupid snowplow guys didn't come. And so, never mind that. And so, I had fallen, and when I had run, my dad had run over to me. I'm sorry. My dad had run over to me, and he saw my face. And this is going to be really graphic, so if you have a like, stomach that cannot go through graphic things, I suggest clicking away right now, because this part could make you puke. And so, my face, remember, click away right now. My face had been covered with blood and tears. Blood and tears. And just pain. And so, I had been crying, and my dad saw this tooth was gone, and so he was looking everywhere for it until he found it. And first of all, he drove me to my mom. She had been jogging around the block, like, boom, 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 and he had, like, sped over to her, like, he didn't care that he was going 40 miles. The speed limit here, 15, he was going 40. He didn't care. He wanted to get me to my mom as quick as he could. And looking back at it now, it only took about 5 seconds, because she was pretty close to the house, but it only took about 5 seconds. It felt like it took 5 hours to get to her. I know that I was little, and that time goes by a lot slower, but I think that even now, it probably would still have felt like 5 hours to get to her. And she had got into my dad's car, because she had said, "What's wrong?" And my dad was like, "Audrey, she broke her face." No, he didn't say broke her face. You would need to ask my parents, because they probably remembered the most, like, as witnesses. And my brother, he was still in the house. because he was like playing with his Thomas trains, just like, and so he was still in the house and stuff. And then my mom was like, oh my god, go to the house. And so they drove back to the house. My mom had gotten a towel, not like this one, but like a sort of old-fashioned-y. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching. It's kind of old-fashioned. Like, sort of an old-fashioned towel. And it's like red and stuff. That doesn't really matter, though. And so she had, like, washed my face off, trying to get all the blood off, even though I was still, like, bleeding a lot. Like, she was like this, and I was like, why? I want to go back in time and stop this. She probably remembers that very well. And so, she was like, I know, honey, I would love to do that too, but we've just got to live with what we have here today. And so she had been washing off my face and, like, really just washing everything. And then, like, then she had immediately got into her car. She didn't call 911 because there are some things that you don't need to call 911 for. Like, if you can stay, if you're conscious, don't call 911. If you aren't conscious, then make sure somebody else calls 911. Although that might be hard if you've like fallen unconscious in your mode. But anyway, I know I was mumbling a lot. I'm sorry. And so we had drove to Strong, like Golisano Children's Hospital Strong, and we were waiting there for probably about a good 30 minutes to an hour. Usually, though, it takes like 2 hours, even when you are in the ER. And so that's why when I had hurt my shoulder, we went to GH, I guess I'll call it. I don't want to give away where I live, so I'm just calling it GH here. And so we had went to a different hospital where my mom now works at. She had originally worked at Golisano. She doesn't anymore, though. She didn't like the... Never mind that. She just doesn't work there anymore. We then, like, were in there, and they probably did a terrible job looking back at it. They had, you know those little wooden sticks? My face. Covered in blood, dried up half of it still bleeding. You wanna know what they did? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. My mom is being loud. I'll just stick it at loud for now. Sorry, Mom. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Oh no, that's so weird. And so they took one of those like little like craft sticks. I don't even know where they got that from. Like, is it a normal like, hey, I just lost a tooth. Okay, we just have a stack of like 1,000 craft sticks. I don't know how other conversations like that went down, but they had this like one of those little wooden craft sticks, and my tooth was already in milk and stuff. That's what you do if you lose like an adult tooth. And so shove the tooth back up. Stick with tooth. And then to get it fully back into there, they had to take out this tooth. That's why it's crooked. And so they had to take out that tooth. Yay! No, not yay. And since this tooth was already out and stuff, they didn't need to take that out. They didn't want to take that out with all it. But I was there from 6:30 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Way more like 10:30 o'clock. I was there for a good, what, 4 hours? 3 hours, 4 hours? Seriously? And like, those ER rooms were so tiny. They were so freaking tiny. They were probably about the size of my bed, which is a twin size bed, and then like a little bookshelf, like from this to here. That's how big they were. That's really tiny. And I was in that tiny little room for such a long time with me biting on a stick, no TV. Wait, I can't remember if there was a TV now, but they had the worst channels. Yeah, there was a TV. They had the Nutcracker on in summer. What? Because the rest of them were rated PG-13, and I'm just a little kid. I can't watch those PG-13s. And like, I'm just a little tiny little baby. I'm just like this big. No, I'm 5, 6 years old, and we had the Nutcracker on. I didn't even watch it for half of the time. My mom took a lot of pictures. If I knew how to edit, I would definitely edit those in. But like, I was terrible looking. And then when we got back, it was 11 o'clock. And my brother was asleep, my dad was asleep. He had just gotten up to go to the bathroom, and he saw me. He was frightened. Dad, that's not really good parenting. I'm sorry to admit to you. Not really good parenting. But, the next day, I'm just going to tell you a little funny story about the next day. Well, when I had gotten to daycare, because I had like a summer camp daycare sort of thing, everyone thought it was chocolate. And then, you know the worst part? Not even the nurse gave any sympathy to me. They were just like, we don't care that you almost broke your face, and if you didn't have a helmet on, broke your skull. We don't care. We just want our own people to be safe here, and we'll give a little medical report to anybody who has a Band-Aid, needs a Band-Aid on their pinky finger. No, seriously, that's what they did. A medical report for somebody with a Band-Aid on their pinky. Like, what? And so they were so rude about it as well. They were like, oh, so sorry about that. And like, the older kids were just like, whoa, what happened to you? And like, the older kids gave more sympathy to me than the counselors there. They were just like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? And I was like, my bike. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then I had been to my grandma's house. I had been picking off these scabs. I was so afraid to go into public. I would hold my head down like this, and I still got a million looks like, what? Because like, I remember school shopping. I had to go there. Still scabs all over my face. People were staring all at me. Like, I felt a million eyes on me. Like, everyone was staring at me there. I'm like, I'm only 6 years old and feeling all this like bad attention on me. That's how like disgusting our world is. And so then we had the teacher meet and greet, and I was at my grandma's house, and I had been like looking at myself. There was like one scab right here, and I had been like, yes, it's gone, because then I had picked it all off, and I was like, yes, thank you, it's gone. I was so happy that day, and I mean so happy, because the meet and greet was the next day. And I don't know if Miss Morgan ever found out. That's not her real name. I don't know if any of my teachers have ever found out. I don't think any of them have, except for maybe, I'm not going to use her real name, of course, Miss Snitzberry. Except for maybe Miss Snitzberry, because she followed my dad on Facebook. Kind of creepy. I don't know. So, yeah. That is basically the story on that tooth. Be sure to like, subscribe, stalk me on my social medias below, and have a good day!